Hello, Liz with Liz's Crafts. How's everyone today? We are going to mount this diamond art painting here that I did for my granddaughter's room. This is a unicorn. I got this kit at Hobby Lobby. It was $15 and I used a 40% off coupon. So we're going to have to prepare our board for the mounting of the unicorn. And the first thing I want to do is around the edges here, I'm going to paint it with white acrylic paint. Now I'm just using this Anita's all-purpose acrylic white paint that I got from Hobby Lobby. That was $4.99, and I probably got it when it was 30% off, or used my 40% off coupon. So I'm just going to paint the edges with this acrylic paint. And I might have to put 2 coats on it, I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. And I don't care if I get it on the outer and the inner edges or not on the board, because the front's going to be covered up and the back is going to be on the wall. So it doesn't really matter. I will probably take my heat gun and dry the paint, just so we don't have to wait for it to dry. Nothing worse than watching paint dry, or nothing more boring than that. So I'll do paint 2 of the edges, and then I'll blow dry it, or dry it, and then I'll paint the other 2 edges. Go ahead and put a little more paint on this edge. It was darker where my husband had cut the board. I think it kind of burned it instead of just cutting it. Shouldn't take too long to dry with the heat gun. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm going to turn this light off over here. Maybe it'll look better. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better as I'm recording this. And then I'm just going to paint this edge. And then I'll paint the other edge. So if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to ask or comment. I appreciate it. And if you haven't already liked and followed Liz's Craft page, please do so and turn on your notifications. I won't be going live at this time, but I will be recording craft videos. So it's just not going to be live. So not too much different. My quality was just really bad, and we haven't decided if it's the internet or what's going on. So I'm going to go ahead and dry this, get me some more paint for the other edge, and then I'll dry the last edge when I finish painting it. I hope this video finds everybody well and safe. a lot of paint right here. So let me get some of that off. I know COVID is still going around. It's hit our family. My brother and his wife have it now. They were able to get help right away since she works in the healthcare field. So they were kind of watching for it. Okay, so this is my last edge to paint, and I'm going to go ahead and dry this. And then we should be able to move on to our other parts to this craft. And let's see where I need to wipe a little bit of this off. And you know what I just decided? Just to make this look prettier, I'm going to go ahead and paint the back. Sorry if you have to watch me do this. You can always fast forward if you don't want to see this. But I just think it's going to make it look, you know, a whole lot nicer. This is certainly not something you have to do. Let me get some more paint. Not too much. Okay, so we're just going to kind of go back and forth on this. If I really wanted to make it pretty, I would put a second coat on it. But no, I'm not going to do that. I will take my heat gun to it and dry it. Okay. I'm going to stand up while I do this. Okay, I think that looks good. So again, this is just a laminated board that I had. I'm not exactly sure where I got it. Somebody probably gave it to me. And then I cut it in half, or have my husband cut it in half. And I've already used the other part of it. So this on the laminate, the paint on the laminate is wet. So I'm just gonna try to wipe a little bit of that off. Because I don't want it to get on my picture. If it was totally dry, it would be okay, but it's not, so. Okay, come on now. Right. Now I'm just going to get some of this stuff out of my way. Okay, I'm trying to figure out, I think this is wider than it is longer. No, it's longer than it is wider. So it needs to be up like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut around the edges of this frame here, the framed piece around here. So this is diamond art that I did, and I got it from Hobby Lobby. It was $15 and I used my 40% off coupon. So it wasn't too bad, and it took me about 3 days to do it. It's the intermediate one, and it's just the unicorn head. So it was a relatively small area that I had to do the diamond art on. It wasn't the whole canvas. So that's why it didn't take as long as you would think to actually do it. So again, I'm making this wall hanging for my granddaughter's bedroom. She is into unicorns, and I saw this and I wanted to try this out, and I thought this would be a good way for me to do a project, is to make this for her. Now, I think this is a little bit too wide for this piece of wood, so I'm going to have to cut this down just a little bit. So I'm going to get out my ruler and my pencil, and I'm going to see how much I'm going to need to cut off. Oh, come on. Looks like about 1/2 inch on each side. So I'm just going to measure off. I'm going to turn this over because I don't want to get any paint on the front of this. And so I'm going to measure 1/2 inch and mark it on either side. And then I'm going to trim it off. I'm going to just, I put little dots on there, or little, I don't know, what do you call them? Little marks, pencil marks, and then I'm just drawing my line so that I'll know where to cut. So I have this side right here marked. don't know if you can see it. You can see the line a little bit. Now I'm just going to mark it this side. So again, a 1/2 inch on both sides. And if you like this video, please feel free to share it to your family and friends. I would appreciate it. That way Facebook knows that you like it, and they'll keep it out there for others to see, hopefully. And we'll be using Magnolia Design Co.'s items today, the chalk paste and the stencil, and I will put the link to those in my video description. And if you decide to buy something, please use my links to make your purchases, as I do get a small commission on that. And it just helps me to buy more products and then be able to do new crafts and put them out there for you all to see. And for you all to, you know, you can do your own crafts. And also I have Liz's Craft Friends. It's a group, it's a closed group. And if you like crafts and you want to be a part of that group, we share photos of our crafts, and that's where you can put your crafts photos in there, and we can give each other inspiration for the crafts that we do, and we can share ideas. Okay. So that looks pretty good, and I'm just going to glue this on. And I'm going to try to center it. So I'm just going to use some hot glue and some E6000. So on the edge, the side edges, the material backing for the unicorn goes all the way to the edge. So I'm putting some E6000 in the corners or on the side edge, and then I will put some hot glue where I don't have the E6000. And then I'll just line this up. Burnt myself. Ow, 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 ow. Just like that. And then I'll do the next edge. And I'd like to take a, let's see, a popsicle stick and put my glue on, my E6000 glue on. And this time I'm going to put it on the canvas itself. So I'm putting E6000 in a couple of places, and the rest of the places I'm going to put my hot glue. And I'm putting the hot glue on the very edge too. I need another stick. Okay. I'm just going to press that down. So I have two edges on there. Oops. Okay, that's where the E6000 is. So it sticks later. It's not going to stick right away. So I'm going to put some more on this side. And some down here. The rest of it I'm going to use hot glue. Okay. And then I'm just going to press this down. Then I'm going to go ahead and do the top side. So you're just doing the same thing to all 4 sides. Ooh. Yeah, your E6000 wants to come out. So you got to watch that. I think that's good. Let me go ahead and put my lid on. Okay. Put that over there. And then do the rest with my hot glue. Okay. That's it for that. And now I want to trim this up if I have edges that are hanging over. I think there's a little bit over here. Not too much, but just a little bit. Actually, I think it's pretty good. Okay. So this is what we have so far. Isn't that nice? I think my granddaughter's gonna love this. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this paper, or this big old cardboard here, out of my way. And then what I'm gonna do is, I have this ribbon that my daughter got from Dollar Tree. It has these stars on it that are red and orange and yellow and green and blue and pink. And I just thought that would be a fun edge for the for her unicorn here. So I'm going to do the sides first. You know what? This is, yeah, it's going to be over the little diamond dots a little bit. I think, let me see if I have something else that I like better. I don't think there's enough of this. I don't know, maybe if I just did the 2 edges in it. I wonder what that would look like. The 2 edges, and then put this on the bottom edge and the top edge. I wonder what that would look like. I think that's not bad. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Unless I change my mind. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece here to fit. So it's right there. And then I'm going to use my glue gun. So I'm going to put it at the very edge here, and then part way down on the pink. So I'm just going to do a little strip at a time. So a strip there, and then a strip part way down right there. And I want to do them even so that, you know, I'm not trying to do the upper part and can't get to the bottom part or whatever. So just like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing. It's going to take it part way down. Just like that. So it almost covered up a little bit of his ear, but I think it's okay. It's okay. Alrighty. Now we got the top part done. Cut this a little bit. Now I want to go ahead and do the bottom part. This is so cute. Of course, don't I say that about everything I make? I just love it. I love crafts. I had fun making the unicorn. And if you haven't tried these diamond dots painting or whatever, you should try it out because it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I liked it. I'm gonna need some more glue. Okay, let me get another stick of glue. Now this one I'm gonna take all the way to the edge, and we'll be done with this piece of ribbon. Okay, now I just need to decide if I want to continue with the stars or use the red. So let's see what we have. The red won't cover up the pieces. Well, it does just a tad, but not like the stars do. So the stars would cover up part of his horn. I want to say corn. I did that one other time too. Too funny. Anyway, we're gonna use the red. And if you had a little laugh with me, put haha in the comments. Okay. So I'm gonna put, this is some velvet ribbon that I got from Michael's years ago, and this is all I have left. I've been using it for my Valentine crafts, so I've just about used it up, and I think this is going to be my last project to use it on, because I'm not going to have much of any of it left after this. So let me put this on here. Just like that. I want to keep going. Okay, we're almost to the end of this side. And then we're going to flip it around and do the other side. Now, if you wanted to, you could put your diamond art in a frame. I just didn't want to do, you know, I wanted to do something a little different. So that's why I chose to do it this way. Just wanted something a little bit different. And we're going to stencil on this too. Ooh, that was a little hot. That went a little hot. Right there on the back, the side of my finger. Owie. Well, right now, as I'm recording this video, it is very foggy outside, and it's almost 3 o'clock in the evening. It's been foggy all day and drizzling. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this off, and see, this is all I have left. Now, the stencil I'll be using is this one here, and I will put the link in the description. And I'm just going to use this part here where it says Ride a Unicorn. I'm not going to use the little unicorn right here. And I'm going to be using this chalk paste, which is Almond Latte. I don't think they have it right now. But if you want to look at all the products, you can go to Liz Yonkey, and that's YONKEY magnoliadesignco.com, and you can see all the products that they have. Now, normally the stencils are very sticky and you would have to fuzz them. I've used this one a couple times, so I don't need to fuzz it. And again, I'm just using the words Ride a Unicorn. I'm not going to use anything else on here. So I'm just going to press it down so that there's no bubbles and there's no bumps or anything like that. So your chalk paste should look like this, like yogurt or sour cream. And just use your squeegee and get you some on there. And then you're just putting it on the stencil, the part that you want, and you're just pushing it through the screen portion of the stencil. Now, as soon as you get done with your stencil, you want to clean it. I will not be at my sink, so I'm going to put it upside down in some water, and that'll keep my chalk paste from staying in the screen portion of my stencil and clogging it. And if you take care of your stencils, you can use them over and over and over. And they're really affordable, especially if you use them a lot. Okay, so we're going to see what this looks like together. I'm just going to pull this off. You can't see it very well. Well, I'm going to put my stencil in the water. It says Ride. You can't see the Ride A, but it says Ride a Unicorn. You can see it a little bit, but not a whole lot. So Ride a Unicorn. So I'm just going to push my stencil down into the water so that it soaks up the water and the chalk paste is not going to be stuck in my screen. Now what I want to do is make a hanger. We're basically finished with this, but like I said, I want to make a hanger for it. So I'm going to do that with some beads and some jute. And then I might also make a bow for this. I'm not sure yet. So I'm going to get out my jute. And this is just some that I got from Hobby Lobby at an after Christmas sale probably 2 years ago. And I just want to get a piece of it just about like this. So probably 14 inches long. And then I'm going to start beading it. So I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot in one end. And I probably want to do that a couple times because the holes in these beads are pretty wide. And then I'm going to put just a little bit of glue, hot glue on the end, the other end of my jute. And then I want to twist it in my fingers, and that's just going to make it into a point. And that's going to keep it from raveling out. And that way then I can get it through my beads very quickly, and I don't have to fight with it. So you want to put an even amount of beads on so that when you hang it on your wall, you're going to divide it with half your beads on one side and half your beads on the other side, so that it's actually hanging on the string and not the beads. Let me go ahead and dry this Ride a Unicorn, because if I don't, I'll probably mess it up, and I don't want to do that because it looks pretty good. Okay, well that's dry. That was pretty quick. And then I'm just going to continue on with my beads. I'm not even sure how many I have on here so far. Let's see. Got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And what you want to do is you don't want your beads to be on the very back of your project. So you want some space there. So what I'm going to do is I have the stapler, I have the knot there, and then I'm just going to staple it in a couple of places. So you want the edge of your staples to be on either side of the jute. Okay. So this is how I put it on there. So I have 2 staples above the knot and 1 staple below the knot. And then you want to do the other side. So it looks like I'm where I need to be. So I'm going to go ahead and put a double knot in this. And then I'm going to go ahead and staple it on. And you want your 2 knots to be on top of each other, so they're big. Okay. This one might be a little bit long, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut that and then do my 2 knots again. Now I might have cut it too short. You know what? I'm just going to do 1 knot. Look at that. I cut it too short. That's what happens. You get carried away. Again, I did 2 staples on above the knot and then 1 staple below the knot. That looks like the one below didn't do any good anyway. Oh well. Let me see if I can pull it out. Probably can't. Yeah, here we go. I'm crazy. There we go. Okay. Well, yeah, this is how I intended it to be. Anyway, so here we go. Isn't this nice? So it says Ride a Unicorn. And then I have my beaded unicorn here. It's called Diamond Art. And I put a beaded hanger on it. And what I'll do is I will take a picture of this and put it on Liz's craft page and Liz's Craft Friends. So that's it for this video. And until next time, keep crafting. Bye.